Good morning and welcome to Harvey RV and Marine. My name is Larry the Boat Guy. Today I'm going to spend a few minutes going over the newly redesigned 2025 1775 Adventure Series by Lund. So I'm going to take a few minutes, go over different segments, show you what's different, why it's better, why we're better, and we'll go from there. So if you've watched any of my videos at all, I always like to start at the bow. It's a very important part of the boat. In the new Adventure Series Lund, what they have done with this boat is incredible. In fact, it is 100% wood-free construction. Now, there's some fantastic storage areas in this bow, and uniquely enough, they are rubber sealed, so they are dry storage. And any of you fishermen or boaters that have had the wet life jackets and everything destroyed, it's got to be a key, and it's got to be very important to you. So, this particular boat is also set up for a 24-volt trolling system, like doing bow mounts, whatnot. All of these feature a fantastic splash rail that goes all the way down the side of the boat. And the aluminum underneath is twin panel all the way to midship, as well as the reverse chine. So that's very important. Structural integrity is everything if you want something to last. Now, I've heard people say that welds are better than rivets. Well, here's the deal. Airplanes are riveted together for a reason. There is going to be torsional shift with everything. If you have a welded boat, you're subject to a crack. And if you have a crack, that means you're off the water. And if you're off the water, you're not fishing, you're not spending time with your family. So if you ever had a rivet come out of a boat, it's a very simple fix. It's drill it out, put a new rivet back in place, and you're done. Now, I haven't seen any rivets ever come out, but you always hear the controversy. So now I'm just gonna talk to you about the top a little bit on these Lund boats. They're a little bit unique and a little bit different. You can see it's really high, and you can also see that the edges come down much lower. That way it keeps the wind and the water and stuff out. And if you decide to put the side curtains in this, they snap up underneath here, so they're not flapping off your structure, and then they conveniently zip in and out. Now you can do the same thing with a rear back drop curtain as well. So if you need them, you put them in. If you don't, you leave them out. But plenty of room, fits perfect every single time, and the quality is second to nothing. So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the propulsion and power. So the max horsepower for this particular model, the 1775, is a 115 Pro XS series by Mercury. That engine there is going to get this boat anywhere from 42 to 47 miles an hour. So do you need to go fast all the time? No, you don't. This is to get you off the water. If the weather comes up bad, you can get away from it. Now, it also does another thing. They call this an adventure for a couple reasons. Well, if you look here, there's a spot for a removable ski pylon. So if you got the family in it, on the Adventure, drop the ski pylon, now you're water skiing. Now you're tubing, now you're having fun. And a very safe and sound boat. Considering getting in and out of your boat, whether you guys are jumping off, swimming, doing whatever, Lund's done something very innovative. I'm going to show you how the ladder deploys on this. This lifts up so it's out of the way. The ladder comes out, and it's a 4-step ladder. It's plenty deep. Anybody can climb in and out of the boat. This drops down. So this just makes it super easy to get in and out of this boat. There's also a handle there. So now we're in the boat. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the top just for a minute. I'm a Lund owner. I fish my boat. I have a brand new 2024 1875 Fisherman. And there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know these boats had. And after getting mine, one thing that I discovered is really convenient is when this is fogged up and it's raining, or you might just want to have it open with some air coming through. Lund's made this really easy to do. Now, my old boat, I had to roll it up, I had to snap it, I had to do all kinds of things. Well, they thought about that because these boats are for fishermen built by fishermen. Wouldn't that be much easier to just Velcro that right to the top? Okay, so now we're going to just talk a little bit about rod and gear storage and the ability to keep it all dry and maintained. So We're gonna start here in the center. I'm just gonna lift this up. This is lockable. It's on gas shocks. Now there's a couple things that happen here. In the center of it are your 2 battery trays for your 24-volt trolling system. They're out of the way. They're not going to get moisture and all the garbage that comes along with most of those applications. And this can store up to 10 rods. It'll store 5 that are 6 feet 7 inches. It'll store 5 that are 7 feet 3 inches. So, and then there's a nice spot down in the lower area of this, so you can drop in like a gear bag, your reels, maybe your lunchbox for the day, and keep it dry and keep it cool at the same time. Now, I mentioned earlier about the dry gear storage. Very, very few competitors offer this. And I'm just gonna flip these open real quickly. These are on gas shocks. They are very deep, so you got plenty of room to put stuff in them. And number one, they're dry. Okay, so this boat is equipped with 2 of the Pro Ride seats and comes with a 3rd as well, which can be placed here on the rear. It can be put forward if you're casting, doing whatever. Now, what I really like about this is, first of all, the steering wheel is really built well. It feels like you're holding on to something, and it's on a tilter. And then the switch system is simple. They're automotive grade switches. You have a master power switch here. You have your navigation lights. This is set up with an auto bilge pump in it option, which is here. And then you have interior lights. Now, I'm just going to take a second because I want to actually show you those interior lights. So we have lights over here. We have lights in the bow. And we have lights under here. So it gives you 3 areas so you can see what's going on if you're getting those low light conditions. I like to go early in the morning. Sometimes you can't see the tire lure on, whatever. The lights are great. They're LEDs. They're soft enough and they're bright enough. Now, to continue going on here, well, yes, it has a horn. And it actually sounds like a horn, okay? It also, this is ordered with the Kicker sound system, which is a Bluetooth 160-watt stereo if you want to listen to music. A 12-volt power supply here, a USB here, and an auxiliary phone charging station. Any phone fits in it. So now just a little bit about some of the storage areas. Lund boats have a reputation for having a lot of storage, and they put it in convenient spots. Like, just for an example, this is a very large area. I mean, it goes all the way over to the sides here, comes all the way over to the sides here, and you can put your extra tools, tackle, whatever you might want, stuff you're not using all the time there. But there's plenty of leg room, and this seat is on a slider, so you can get very comfortable, especially with a wide range in the tilt wheel. For all your electronics, there are rigging tubes that go from here all the way to the stern, so you can rig any type of electronics you want. There are also rigging tubes for your bow mount wires and electronics there that come underneath the storage area there and go all the way down through the floor to the stern. It makes it fantastic and easy to rig out. And if you need rigging, need help rigging, RV and Marine is absolutely 100% committed to helping you get that done. All right, so now this is comfortable. I'm sitting in one of the rear aft jump seats, and it's kind of great the way they've designed this because they flip up, they flip down when you need them, and your battery's located right there. It's easy to get at. There's no pulling panels. There's not all kinds of work to do to pull your batteries out at the end of the year or even possibly replace them at some point in time. Now, right beside this, we have a 26-gallon Livewell. It's all surgically sealed, and you have an aerator. So the aerator is manual or it's automatic. And I always talk about this net. I'm just going to tell you this is great, but I hope it's not the net you're using to land your big fish. But it's easy to get bait out in a hurry if you're a bait fisherman. Flip it back. It's part of the boat. It's part of the back. And it's nice to be able to stand right up on this if you want to net a big fish, because you have access all the way to the stern of your boat. Maybe you've mounted downriggers here. You can get at them super easy. Now, right here, real quickly, it's an internal 20 gallon fuel tank, which with Harvey Harvey Marine, we actually filled the first one for free for you. And it's just an incredible boat, folks. There's no denying it. I'd love to show you more about this boat. I welcome you to come in, take a peek, and even look at the 1675 Adventure as well if you want something, you know, a foot shorter. This measured 17 feet 10 inches. It's 23 inches deep, and it'll handle probably more than you can. Thanks for taking a look today, folks, at the new 1775 Adventure. There's much more to go over. It's Larry Comer, the boat guy at Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn, Maine. We'd love to show you around and get your adventure started.